Hello! Okay, before we start, my name is Teacher MJ of Anubansamdet Pawanarat School, and welcome back to our English online lesson. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. Come on. Now, for today's lesson, we'll be having using can, could, can't, and couldn't. Now, in this lesson, you will learn how to use these words, and you will be able to learn what are those words. Now, let's begin. Now, last year, she blank not ride a bike. Now, she blank. Now, you have here two missing words. Now, let's fill these missing words with the correct words that should be put there. Now, first would be could. Next, can. Now, let's read it again one more time. Let's have last year, she could not ride a bike. Now, she can. Now, what do we mean with could and can? All right, now let's talk about can and could. Now, can means the ability to do something in the present. So if we are talking about something that we can do in the present time, we use can. How about could? All right, so could means the ability to do something in the past. So if we are describing something that we have done, we use could. Now, let's have more examples of these words. Let's have this. I can swim fast now. So we are talking about something, an action that is done or it's happening in the present. That's why you use can. I can swim fast now. Now, next, last year, I could write 2 pages of poem in one day. So we are talking about last year. It means it happened already. So that's why we use could. Next, she can read a novel. So we are talking about an action that's happening in the past. That's why we use can. She can read a novel. Now, how about the last example? She could eat 5 slices of pizza last week. So we are talking about something or an action that had done last week, meaning it's already past tense, it's already done. That's why we use could. Okay, so the difference between can and could is that can is the same with could. Same function in grammar. It's just that we use could in present form and we use could in past form and we use can in present form. Now, how about these two? We have can't and couldn't. Now, what do we mean with can't and couldn't? Can't and couldn't has the same function with can and could, okay? It's just that can't and couldn't is an example of contractions. Now, what do we mean with contractions? Contractions are 2 words combined together. For example, can't. Can't, the whole word of can't is cannot. That's why we make it can't. It's an example of contraction. How about couldn't? Couldn't is an example of contraction as well, which means could not. Okay? Now, let's talk about the difference of can't and couldn't. Let's start with can't. Can't means the inability to do something in the present. If can means the ability, can't meaning the inability. Inability meaning you cannot do anything. Okay, that is the meaning of inability. You can't do it. Okay, so can't means the inability to do something in the present. Okay, how about couldn't? Couldn't means the inability to do something in the past, meaning something that you cannot do and it's already done. It's in the past. That's why you use couldn't. That's why it is the same with can and could. It's both present form and past form, but this time, this is the thing that you cannot do, meaning you cannot do in present and in past tense. Now, further examples are, look at this. I can't run fast, meaning you can't run fast. Okay? So that is in present form. That's why you use can't. Next example. Yesterday, I couldn't sing the whole song. So it's already done, and it is an inability to sing the whole song. It happened yesterday. That's why we use couldn't. Next, he can't see the store near. So we are talking about a place or something that you cannot see, which is the store. So we use can't. Next would be, she couldn't eat a lot last week. So we are talking about something that had done in the past, which is last week. That's why we use couldn't. Next, how about the last example? I can't remember her. So this is simple. You cannot remember anything. It means the inability to remember something. So you use can't. Okay? So here are some exercises for you to be able to apply these words. Now let's have can. Can you make an example using can? Okay, she can run fast. Very good. Next, how about could? Before, I could eat a whole bowl of ramen. Very good. Next, how about can't? Can? Okay, she can't speak loud. Very good. Very simple. That's nice. And last example, how about couldn't? I couldn't breathe last night. Very good. We are talking about something that had happened last night, which is in past form. It already happened. That's why you use couldn't. All right, very good. So those are an example sentences that you could use in your workbook, okay? So speaking of workbook, look at this. Now, please don't forget to answer page 5, Grammar 2, 1, 2, and 3 on your workbook. Again, don't forget to answer page 5, Grammar 2, 1, 2, and 3 on your workbook. I hope you learned a lot from today's lessons, kids. And don't forget to ask me, okay? If you can't understand, don't forget to ask me questions, okay? So that's all for today's lesson. I hope you learned a lot in this lesson, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye! Good luck! See you! Goodbye!